a live stream. We're just setting everything up right now, so should just be a couple minutes.
If you're watching a replay, you might want to just fast forward a couple minutes to where we start here. But we're almost ready. Today was like a crazy day, though. Right? You feel like it was crazy?
It was crazy.
It was certainly like unique. I mean, among our days, a good day.
Mm-hmm.
Though, a good day. Here and then, you want to adjust that one, make it like level. And then you have to adjust the bottom one, you adjust the bottom thing, yeah.
Oh, I see.
That's probably the best one, yeah. Alright, so then one more second here. Just get one more going. We're both like pretty sore today. We are in a fancy, oh man, this is the bottom of the line hotel on the interstate. So very, very nice. So I just need to do one more thing. Pip is grabbing some
Water.
Grabbing some water. I also am very thirsty. Today is day 29 out here, and I feel like we're finally making some progress. So sorry, one more thing, and then I'll be ready to chat. All right. So basically, we're in a hotel right now. So a couple of cool things happened. Where do you guys place the mini when you were in the room? Right here, we actually have, I think we have really good service on our phones. So we just use our phones like for right now.
But it's nice in hotels we don't really have to set it up because there's like Wi-Fi or.
Well, it really depends. Like at the if we have service or not. Like the Wi-Fi sometimes sucks in hotels, obviously. So first off, huge shout out to Andrew.
Yes.
You really hooked us up.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And we'll get into how he hooked us up here in a minute, but he really did. You are the man. Thank you so freaking much. You're awesome.
For real.
So basically, last night during the live stream, Altitution reached out and was like, yo, do you guys want a Slack pack tomorrow? And for those of you that don't know, Slack packing, like, so we pretty much carry our heavy backpacks everywhere. Slack packing is when you have just a little tiny backpack just with basically water and snacks, and then someone just takes your backpack farther down the trail. So we still hike the whole trail, which is awesome, but we got to leave our backpacks. So he just offered, he was like, oh, you can totally Slack pack. So basically, this is how it went down. Well, first off, last night, man, I need to get some water. I'm so sorry. Can you? Yeah.
Yeah. So last night we camped, kind of near a stream with a bunch of people, and that was fine. This was like our first time camping around people, really.
Well, we camped the other day. Someone just set up like right next to us.
Like lots of people.
Yeah.
It was like a group of people.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. We had to like remember how to be quiet and stuff.
Well, yeah. Why was it interesting, or why do we have to be quiet?
Yeah. I mean, like you want to like be respectful and like kind to people in the area, and it's like, yes, you have your tent, but it is kind of just like everyone's living outside basically in the same area, so like you can pretty much hear everything that everyone is doing.
Living at people who tent, it's so funny because sometimes I feel like people set up their tent and think like, oh, this tiny barrier will block the sound.
Noise proof.
It does not block any sound whatsoever.
You can hear everything.
You can hear everything.
Yeah. So I felt kind of bad because our sleeping pad is a little bit loud. Like anytime we move on it, it just like is quite loud. Which I think all sleeping pads are kind of like that, but ours seems to be like especially noisy for some reason. Maybe it's in my head.
There's one term. I just get it. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't bother me.
Okay.
It is a little bit loud. I know people always complain about the NeoAir X Lite too, and I had one of those. I never really. I don't know. I just like whatever.
Yeah, it's fine, but it's always funny. I feel like when you're camped around a lot of people, like if someone, like one person like rolls over in their sleeping pad, you then hear like everyone else roll over because it's like that wakes them up and then they like roll. But
Yeah. So we've been trying to camp on our own. Number one, because we've been doing this, and we've been. Although I talked to Altitution today, and I was like, and he kind of made a good point in that we're probably being too polite. Like, we should just do our thing. I mean, who cares? People
Yeah.
probably want to be on it, or just like at least like think we're insane because we have 3 cell phones pointed at us or whatever, which we kind of
just
are.
own it, I guess.
So last night after we were done, but I guess we just tend to stay up a little bit later for whatever reason. Like, I've always thought, like, people refer to or like hiker midnight as like 9 p.m. or when the sun sets, whichever's earlier. But yesterday was even earlier than that. It was probably like at like 7:15. Like, the sun was still up. Everyone was like in their tent,
yeah.
like asleep almost, which is kind of crazy. But I hate that because then you feel guilty, but it seems like everybody. And then of course we knew after we talked. Well, we actually tried to make a phone call. It's so funny. Yesterday I was trying to make a phone call, and the phone call kept failing. But yet somehow we're able to like stream live on like 5 different platforms at once, which is so
Do
weird.
you have Wi-Fi calling?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, okay.
But I don't know. I think maybe because there was a little bit of service or something. Like, maybe I should have gone into airplane mode and just used maybe just Wi-Fi, because maybe it was just trying to do the 1 bar.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's so hilarious. That was funny to me. Sorry, but eventually we got the point across. But huge shout out. Thank you so much. You're amazing. Like, so anyway, so basically we made a plan to like meet up, and basically we were gonna hike 6 miles and then meet up with Altitution, and then hike 18 more miles without our backpacks. So try for a 24-mile day. Today, our longest day by far so far. So in order to do that, we again had to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. So not only are we kind of making the most noise after everybody else is asleep,
We were being like loud, not loud, but making sounds at 5 a.m.
we were the only ones up at
Yeah.
5 a.m.
No
Actually,
one-
I think a couple of the other
Yeah,
people
they
were
started
up
to
like
wake up as we were
a little bit, but not quite as much as us. So, and then there was a creature that was
Oh
like
my
crawling
gosh.
around like all night. I don't know whether it was like a skunk or like a squirrel or like, I don't know. What were your guesses? What were your guesses?
Well, I thought it was maybe like a rabbit, because it kind of had like, I don't know. I need to like do more studying on like the way that animals walk or something, because it sounded just like a 2-foot kind of thing. So I was thinking like bunny, like a hopping kind of thing, but it didn't sound very heavy. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I was too afraid to like get up and look, because I am genuinely afraid it's gonna be like a human person that's gonna murder me.
A human?
Like, I don't actually think it was a human being,
Yeah.
but sometimes like when it's dark outside and there's a mysterious noise, I get
Yeah.
a little bit paranoid. But I think it was probably just like a small rodent
Yeah.
or something, like a squirrel.
So the issue we have is that basically, like, I mean, obviously each day is a little bit different out here. Where are we gonna go? Who are we gonna where are we gonna camp, or whatever? And sometimes we make a goal, sometimes we don't. But the thing we really do try to do is go live at 6 Pacific, and that makes it so we have to make like on the fly decisions, and it's kind of like, man, it was tempting because we probably could have camped like. I don't know, maybe like 100 yards further or something.
Yeah.
And it probably, I gotta remember that. I gotta start doing my nightly, like Elizabeth sometimes thinks I'm crazy because I'll just start jogging up the trail. I'm like, oh, there's gotta be something better. Because you don't want to be rude. Like, hiking is like, for sure, people can camp within 6 inches of you. And last night it did kind of happen. Like, we were talking on the live stream a little bit about how like, if you park your car way in the back of a parking lot, like somebody always just parks directly next to you. Like if you're just trying to hang out or make a phone call or like whatever, just park away from people. But it's similar to that. Like we set up our tent, there were like 9 spots. Someone ended up setting up, not right next to us, but like 6 feet
Pretty
from
close,
us.
yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah. It's funny because no one really set up in any of those tent spots. They were all just like on the sides or like far, like I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I
like,
thought they were tent spots.
there were tent spots, but no one like set up in them.
Oh,
Like,
really?
In the like proper tent spot, they were all like
Yeah.
kind of like on the side. I don't know. People
But-
do whatever they want, but it was just an interesting.
Yeah, so yesterday
Observation.
it was kind of the perfect storm of like what we try to avoid, really. Like, not that it's like bad or anything, because it's actually yesterday we camped like most PCT hikers do camp, which is you want to be around other people because like a lot of people have like some fear of like camping alone. We find we don't really have that because we have each other, so we're not
Yeah.
really alone like in that sense. I do get it. I mean, I
If
don't
I
know.
was solo, I'd want to camp near other people.
Yeah, and like some
yeah.
people would admit this too, right? Because they want to be like, I'm a hardcore like person of the woods or whatever. But like,
the dark is scary. Like,
yeah.
for real.
So people do realistically want to camp with others. Whether some will readily admit that, others probably wouldn't. But it's a real thing. So and we camp right next to water, and what that means is like people like that because I mean obviously you have a water source, so you can have water, and you have full access to water, which is nice. But that also means more creatures because that means more people camp there because people get like it's like not a safety thing but like a comfort thing. Like I have
Yeah.
water right here so I can get water in the morning and at night, but like whatever. I mean, and sometimes that is really nice before a really long water carry or something. You want to do that so you can have.
I'm gonna get my cork ball.
Okay.
Roll my feet up.
So yeah, maybe you can describe that to everybody or show them what you're doing. So anyway, we try to avoid that, but it's all good. But I think we need, like yesterday there were people there, and we just didn't really care. We just did our whole thing. Like we set our tent up as a little bit of a wall. But I mean, really, we just need to not care, because man, hikers, whatever, dude. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Also, like, I don't know. The like, chances are we'll probably see them again, but maybe not. You know, it's like, are we gonna ever see that person again in our life? Who knows?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We really haven't had like a tramley or anything yet, mostly due to our pace, because I think it happens like naturally. Although now we're starting to see some people like again and again.
Yeah.
So we're starting to like build a little bit deeper relationships. Although I don't know, I kind of feel like with some of them we're gonna still be on like quite a different pace then, or a different like
Yeah.
program kind of.
Yeah.
Just because I don't know why we're. So anyway, we just do cool stuff. Like we meet amazing people from our live stream and get to go do
And then we get
amazing
slapped.
things. Yeah, which is like so cool. So like
Yeah.
of course we're gonna do that. But we kind of talked about before this trip started about how most likely due to what we're doing, like it's probably gonna be mostly like us,
Yeah.
like
And that's
most
fine
of the
with me.
time.
Like, I feel like I've had the tramley experience, and there's definitely pros and cons to that. It is nice. It is like really nice to be able to like talk to people though. Like I love you so much, but it is nice to talk to other people throughout the
Yeah,
day.
well, I think we will make friends with like I don't know, but you know what I mean. Like I think we can talk to other people.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
Just hasn't really happened yet,
Yeah.
but whatever. Or
Um,
not,
although to
whatever.
be
Is
fair,
that what
like-
you are sad about?
No.
To be fair, what?
As in, to be fair, we got to our stopping place today, which was McDonald's, and I walked in, and there was like 30 hikers, and I was like, I can't talk to anyone right now. Like, I don't want to
I know.
like attempt to socialize with the like
I
horde
know.
of 30 people.
Well, you're funny because I feel like the times we do, sometimes I'm not trying to make funny, but sometimes we do have an opportunity to socialize, but then
Yeah.
you kind of shy away from it sometimes, maybe.
Yeah, I
too.
really have to like push myself to do it. Because I know, like, in my brain, I'm like, oh, I like socializing, it's good for me, it's nice to meet friends, but, like, I am, like, pretty, like, anxious when it comes to, like, meeting people, so I have to, like, power through that part of it to talk to people. But it, like, the barrier of entry is, like, a little bit hard to get past, and then once I'm there, I'm okay, but
Okay.
I don't know. I sometimes I struggle to, like, I get very in my head about,
Yeah.
like, what if they don't like me, what if I don't
Yeah.
make friends, but it really, is not that serious. Deep down, it's okay. Someone doesn't like me.
So, yeah, especially hikers for the most part.
Yeah.
People are nice.
Generally, people like also want to talk to you because they're also in the same situation.
So, yes, hikers are cool. Let me try. All right, so basically, yeah, we were up the latest making noise at camp, and then we woke up the earliest by far. But we were pretty quiet getting ready. It's also like whatever though. Like I also don't feel that bad. Like sure, we try to be quiet,
Yeah.
but it's also your choice to camp right next to people. Like we were the first ones set up there. They could have camped like 20 feet further.
I
Like
feel like that's just part of it too. Like I feel like at this point, people probably understand that.
yeah.
Like, it's just
And-
gonna happen. Like it's part of backpacking.
Yeah, and I've never really heard people get angry at that. Like people
No.
do sometimes get annoyed if you are up real late, like at like 10 or something party. Like
Mhm.
people are like, I just want to sleep or whatever, and I get that. But
Yeah.
but I don't know. There's no rules posted on the board. There's not even a board with rules on it. So I don't know. To me, it's like if you're a real this is one of those funny things. Like it's like the people that are terrible snorers that like get and know they are and get like
yeah.
get a room that has like in a 12-person like dorm at a hostel. It's
Right.
like, God, you're rude as hell, you know. But on the other side of it, it's like if you know you're someone who gets annoyed by noise, like camp on your own. Like there
Right.
are lots of opportunities for that
Yeah.
too. Like,
Yeah.
anyways, but non-issues, just kind of funny like trail etiquette, like or whatnot.
Yeah.
So anyway, we woke up at 5 a.m. We were out of camp by like 6, and
It was a nice hike this morning. It was like 6 miles with our full packs, and it was honestly not bad. Like
I agree. It was nice and
it was-
cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
I was thinking, I was like, man, it's gonna be hot. It was one of those mornings. Did you
yeah,
kind
where
of get those vibes?
the breeze is warm and you know
Yeah.
that it's gonna be a hot day. Yeah.
It's like when you're in the shadows and it's like, and it's like literally like 6:15 in the morning, but you're still kind of like, man, it just feels like it's gonna be a hot day.
Yeah.
And it did end up being pretty hot. Like
yeah.
we ended up getting some wind, which cooled things down. But the biggest thing was not having a backpack, which is just
Yeah.
amazing.
It's so nice.
We've also been conditioning ourselves pretty good. Like a lot of people try to take like a long break in the middle of the day, and sometimes we do that, but it's not really to avoid the middle of the day. It's just because we are hot, I guess.
Yeah.
Like we will hike in the middle of the day. I don't think we've ever been like, well, maybe only yesterday. We
Yesterday
were like,
was the first time we were like, let's just wait, because it was like 100 degrees.
yeah, I have a little like digital thermometer and it said like 101, and we're like, we're good. Like there's really no real need to like move. Like, and 101 starts getting a little bit on the like maybe not dangerous side, but like I don't know, definitely have to be careful and listen to your body and stuff like that, and just
Yeah.
becomes very unpleasant. Like going uphill, you're just like, the sun is stabbing me a little with its rays. Kind of maybe is a not so eloquent way to put it.
Stabbing me with its rays.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Or what do you feel
No,
like?
that's fair. That's how I feel when the wind blows and we're really cold. I feel like I'm being stabbed by the wind.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not hyperbolic at all.
So anyway, we hiked 6 miles. I found some shade right at the like corner of where we had arranged to meet. We chilled in the shade, ate a snack, got our like little like what stuff we wanted to bring and what stuff we wanted to leave in our big packs. Dude, and then freaking Andrew and his mom came rolling in like freaking rock stars.
Yeah.
We got, dude, they pulled in and they gave us they were so awesome. Dude, you don't even know, Andrew, I freaking lost the bottle cap to one of my bottles like today. So this is like absolutely
Yeah.
perfect. This is like
right before you showed up.
yeah, right before we showed up, I was like, "Where's my water
Yeah.
cap?" Like that sucks. I didn't check to see if it was tight. I guess this morning maybe.
That could be my fault. I'm sorry.
Do you not tighten them fully?
Well, I thought I tightened it back on yours because it was like empty, but I could have completely not done that.
But it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because he brought us.
He hooked us up. He also brought us cactus coolers,
Yes, very
which
good.
which is like a unique like what was it? Pineapple orange.
Pineapple orange soda.
It was
Yeah.
good. I thought it was really good.
It was.
You liked it?
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yes.
I drank one like immediately. I was like, "Oh my god, yes!"
I saved
I was
mine
so excited.
for later.
Um,
But our first break, we split
Dude,
it.
then he also brought us like literally the best candy in the world.
Nerds gummy clusters and high chews. I love high chews.
High
That
chews
was such a nice surprise.
And nerd gummy clusters.
Yeah.
Huge shout out. And the water.
in the water.
Like, that was-
And bananas that I didn't realize were in the bag, and then he found them when I was getting my son out of the bag and gave them to me, brought to my attention that they were there.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
So, this is just one of those things where, like, he's a previous hiker and, like, he's watched the live stream a little bit and, like, there's just this desire to, like, hook other people up. Like, as we get hooked up, like, we've told you guys about, like, people have taken us in, they let us borrow their Jeep. Like, we got to, we got to stay in that one place for, like, $20 each with, like, unlimited food and stuff. Like, that was incredible. Like, we've gotten some really, really, really incredible trail magic, like, so far. So different people like to give it back, and this is just like another example of that, which is
Yeah.
just absolutely amazing.
I know.
Super appreciated.
It's a nice reminder that they're really good, nice people in the world.
Yeah.
Restores your faith in humanity a little bit.
And it's good to pass it on, Like, I don't know, like I would like to do more. I've done trail magic for hikers a few times. Like, I don't know, even just bringing a bag of avocados. I remember that was my most successful trail magic.
Oh, people like
They
that.
were gone instantaneously. Like, I put down the avocados. I bought pizza. Sometimes I've done it on the trail. We'll have to do this more because I think it'd be a cool way to a cool video or something. We should try to bring some hot dogs out. If you save them like till day 2 or something, and then because leaving town sometimes people are full and don't want them.
Yeah, or going into town also because people are like just want to get into town.
Just want to get in town, but yeah. So hot dogs or something like that is good, and
I feel like pizza, beer, fruit is always like the one that,
or
that
like
people like the most.
soda.
Or
I mean, I
soda.
personally don't like beer. Is fine. It is like on a really hot day, like an ice cold beer is amazing. But I would almost always rather take like a Gatorade or a soda.
Yeah,
though.
fair enough. Yeah, like
Just because I'm
the
so
salty.
dehydrated.
Yeah.
Beer is good too, though. It can be because beer is good for you, I think, too. When you're just like one beer, if you're like super dehydrated, right? Like you think so, or is it always
I
terrible?
have no idea. I'm not.
So anyway, then we like talked to him. We were like, oh my god, this is so amazing. Thank you. So we were like, I don't know. I'm always blown away. Like that was absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, thank
thank
you
you.
so much.
Really can't say thank you enough times. Honestly, I'm continuously blown away at people's generosity, and today was like incredible. Honestly,
It was so nice without the backpacks. Yeah.
so then we just had 2 tiny backpacks. We each had a tiny one. He actually brought a like running vest for
Yeah.
Pip to use.
That was awesome. Yeah, game changer.
I have this little backpack because, of course, why would I just carry one backpack when I can carry 2?
Have you ever had to like get really creative slack packing? Like not having another
What, like
bag?
carry a Santa bag or something?
Well, yeah, like one time I taped a water bottle to a trekking pole.
Oh, okay.
And then like other times, yeah, like I've done that like creative like backpack like straps with like rope and like all kinds
No,
of stuff.
I mean usually my strategy then is to like put all the stuff just in a bag. That's my backpack, and then take my big backpack and put like a few things in
okay,
it.
yeah, I've done that too as well.
I guess it depends on the scenario.
Yeah.
I don't know. I usually don't slack pack that much because I really won't pay to do it. It's just like mostly if it's free and somebody offers, and it's a good idea. I don't really like it when it's like, oh, we'll just drop your bags off by the side of the road at the end.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
really
kinda
like
scary.
that at all,
Yeah.
to be honest. So if it works out though, I love it. So basically, then we hiked 18 miles without our backpack. I felt like I was. I
He
mean,
flew. Like was
I
like
was on the
way ahead of
moon.
me. Yeah.
Gravity like did not exist for me today. I was like completely blown away
Yeah.
by what it was like. But it was really good for the spirits because it really reminded me that I am a strong hiker. I was going so fast, like, and it felt good. I mean, I was a little tired at the end because it was still a 24-mile day and it was pretty hot. But we also did 24 miles with the first 6 miles with our full backpacks by like 3:30.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good too, honestly. Like 8.5 hours. So that's like almost 3 miles an hour, including breaks.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's really good.
I ran a little bit. That felt nice.
I know. I looked back at one time and she was running the uphill.
I just really, it was like the last uphill, and I really wanted to be done with it. So I was like, I guess I'll just run, and then it'll
That's
be
so
over faster.
funny. I know, because I looked back once and I couldn't see you, and I was like, oh dang, you must have taken a break or something. Before that, there was like a long, like straight ridge or something. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You take a break before that or something?
Not really. I didn't take many breaks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think you were just way ahead of me today.
Yeah, for the most part I was. I waited up a few times just so we could stay kind of close together.
Yeah.
But I don't know. A lot of days it is fun to just like hike on our own or whatnot.
Yeah. Agreed.
And then I don't know. But when you say you want to talk to other people, that would be at breaks, really?
Yeah, at breaks or like, yeah.
Camp.
Camp. I feel like camp is like usually where I like meet people.
Yeah.
But breaks too. Yeah.
Yeah, and the PCT is a little weird. We've talked about this camp-wise because, like, compared to the Appalachian Trail where there's lean-tos every, like, 8 to 10 miles, and almost everyone camps at those lean-tos, so you like, it's always, like, a social
It's like a
affair.
communal- Yeah, there's like picnic tables
Yeah.
and stuff where everyone sits.
Whereas here, I don't know, I feel like the long-distance hiking community is kind of weird, too, now, because I think it's due to, like, the permits on the PCT, like, because the PCT has like international fame, and there's tons of international people, and there's tons of people that haven't done a thru hike at all. So it's kind of interesting. There's not like that many people like maintaining or pushing the culture, maybe, like, because I feel like maybe people in the past like there's maybe a bigger like if there were no permits, there would be a higher percentage of people who had done the AT previously on the PCT, because
Okay.
it tends to be like AT
the
then
pipeline.
PCT kind
Yeah,
of,
yeah.
and then they pass on that, which like what we really haven't like interacted with that many people, right?
No.
That we know of that have like hiked the AT or
Yeah, I can
done
think
previous
of,
long trails. I can think of a couple,
like a couple, yeah.
but
Which is fine, that's okay.
yeah, it's
But
okay.
Yeah,
but
you're right, it is.
but it also makes the social scene like a little bit.
Right. Like we sat next to like a group of like 6 people all speaking French today. And we were like, okay. Which is fine, like I get it. They want to speak their own language, but also like kind of hard to like get the conversation
Yeah.
together, whatever.
And I don't know. I mean, maybe it's part of us being a couple, but like I don't like. Not like a couple people have introduced themselves, but not like
Yeah.
a ton. It's kind of interesting that people are kind of standoffish, but maybe we're standoffish too. I mean, I know we are a little bit for sure at camp, like
Yeah.
trying to set up. I think for the most part though, how friendships develop out here, and we are starting to get into a better routine, is more like people just happen to be the same pace, and
Right,
you just
like
see
you
them
see them
over
all
and
the
over and
time.
over and
Right.
over. Whereas now, like people are kind of still like, who are these people? Like we haven't seen them very much, you know,
Yeah.
and we're kind of the same way.
Right.
Or they speak a foreign language like French and don't really like. Seems like their French group keeps growing,
They just
and they just.
found all the people who speak French.
I think they have like 6 of them now, which I'm not against or anything, but it's like
Yeah.
kind of wild,
No,
just that
I
like
get it, yeah.
there's a group. But
I was thinking
yeah,
about that today. I was like, I moved to France and I made friends with all people who only spoke English. So
Yeah.
like, I get it. Yeah. That makes
yeah.
sense.
So that makes sense. I mean, they
Yeah.
like want to speak the language they're most comfortable with.
Yeah.
So anyway, we hiked 18 miles. We were freaking like running up the mountains. I felt good. Did you feel good, or how did you feel?
I felt pretty good. I have this like weird hip pain, back pain on my right side that sometimes flares up, but also like most of the time is fine. But then like I don't know if it was like the change in weight with the backpack not being on today, but I felt it a little bit today, so that slowed me down a little bit. But overall, I felt I felt really good. It's so nice to not have a backpack on. It's,
And-
like, feels so good.
And I felt really good, although I gotta be honest with you guys, I'm having a little bit of digestive issues. I don't know. I've had to go to the bathroom and not the. Well, I'm trying to think of the most delicate way to put this. 4 times.
He had like multiple Cokes at McDonald's. And like a full
No,
meal.
but it was before that. The first 3 were
Okay.
before that, though.
Yeah.
Oh, and right now my stomach kills me. That could be the McDonald's.
Let's all just pray that we don't have Giardia.
So anyway, a little bit of stomach issues going on for me. That's the only bummer. I was so psyched. That was so fun to be able to friggin' like actually I couldn't run at all. I tried to run. I made it like 2 steps and was like, I'm good. But man, it felt good. It felt good to remind myself that I'm a strong hiker. I have made a lot of progress on my fitness. You know, the huge backpack is definitely the thing slowing me down, but it's good because I crushed it today. It felt so good.
Yeah, I feel like we really, like 24 miles. How many hours was that?
Yeah, 8.5 hours.
8.5 hours. That's pretty good. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, 9.5.
10.
10. Okay. Well, still.
10.5 hours. That's still good
Yeah.
because we took breaks and stuff too,
Yeah.
and it was nice.
Yeah.
We got complimented again about our looks, like even and not in this clothes either. This is more our town outfit.
Yeah.
People just always tell us we look fresh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, part of it, someone said like fresh and happy. I think for the most part, both of us are pretty happy. Like even
Yeah.
today, all the way at the end, we were pretty tired all the way at the end. I mean, of a 24-mile day, but like,
No, I was in a good mood.
yeah, we talked to each other and we were like,
Imodium might help.
yeah, I know. I might have to take some. Thank you for that advice. I appreciate that. I might take some right now or right after this live stream. So man, but it was funny because we met up at mile like 23 because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna wait up one more time because I was like, I want to walk into town together. Like, might as well so we don't get split up. Like, town can be an easy place to get split up. Plus, I like to hang out with you and want to go into town with you. So
Yeah, so we met up.
we met up. What am I trying to say though? And then but we were both just like, this is awesome. Like, this is so
Yeah.
fun. Like, we're so stoked. Like, that last section was like beautiful.
The moms would be proud. They look so clean. Yeah,
Yeah,
they did
well-
a good job raising us.
Well, we did just take a shower. I think I've told this story previously, but one time so there used to be this trail angel on the PCT. Her name was Donna Softly, and she ran this place called Hiker Heaven. So she, and rest in peace, Donna. She passed away a couple years ago, sadly. But she invited every single PCT hiker to her house. Every single hiker. She was like, kind of almost insulted if you didn't go to her house. And she was so awesome. Like, they would like, actually, for the longest time, I thought they refused donations, but apparently there was a donation vase that had no label on, but that was like an empty vase that you were supposed to put money in. And I was like, that's crazy. Like, how would anybody even know that? But, because word definitely wasn't like around. But anyway, she would wash everyone's laundry herself. Like, you weren't allowed to touch the, and it was like super hyper organized. Like, you wrote your name on a list for like who's up for next shower. And then you, like, she did your laundry for you. You could like write your name on the board, like, and there would be like 1 or 2 or 3 REI runs per day, and like literally just someone would come and pick you up at the time you signed up for. But anyway, so every single hiker goes to her house. She told me she was like the dirtiest. She's like, you're the dirtiest hiker that I've seen. And man, among hikers like that, I was like, that's crazy. Like, I wasn't like hurt or anything. I was just like, dang, the dirt. Like, I was like, I need to change a little bit. Like if that's the reality. Like, because I've never really been like, I mean, I'm certainly not the neatest person, but I feel like for the most part in life, I'm like fairly clean cut and like fairly clean. Like, for the most part, like.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
What's that?
I would agree with that, yeah.
So since then I've made an effort. I think sometimes Pip here thinks I'm a little OCD because I'm like trying to avoid putting, because really, man, the soil and stuff around here is so dirty. Like, every day our legs get so dirty, but I really try to be careful with all our gear, like not put any stuff sacks directly on the ground, because it just keeps, like, it piles up, like everything just gets disgustingly dirty. And if you just do like little things every day, like I try to dump out our tent every day, like little tiny things every day to make it so just like we end up like less dirty. But to be honest, I don't know overall how we're like less dirty. We're not taking like wet showers every day, or
like sometimes I'll wipe my face down with a face wipe, but I don't do that like every single day.
So maybe it's just our positive demeanor.
Yeah,
I mean, right now
positivity like cleans us from the inside out.
I think for myself, so something I've learned is just when it's hot, it feels so good to have like your shirt drenched and maybe even my shorts drenched.
That's true. He does get in like pretty much every stream.
Yeah, or if I can't fit in, I'll like dunk my shirt in, or if I think that's gross, I will sometimes take like a bottle and like just dump it over my head. But it just feels so good. Like, and like, so then for the next like hour or 45 minutes or whatever, just like I'm just getting cooled down by my like wet shirt.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing, to be honest. Like, I'm really astounded that more people don't do it or whatever. There was even a girl at the stream yesterday, she's like, oh, I want to do it. And I'm like, why wouldn't you like try it?
I kind of understand, because like I would get really, like at certain times that would make me really, really cold.
Yeah, I did tell her though that I had like, see, to me though, in that instance, like yesterday I went in the water, it was like a little tiny bit cold while I was doing it, and I got out of the water and it was windy, and it was only like the slightest chill from the wind. To me, that is like, as soon as I step into the sun, like that is about as good as it gets.
Right, like yesterday, I would have been a good day to dunk my shirt in the water because it was 100 degrees
yeah,
and the wind was warm.
and
like,
it feels so good.
It would have been fine, yeah. But like, I feel like generally, yeah, if I dip my whole shirt in the water and put it back on, I do get really, really cold.
Well, for example, today I dunked my shirt in. And
you look like you were struggling.
Oh my god. Well, first off, if you take your shirt off and get in, it's hard to get your shirt back on when it's completely drenched. If no one has tried that. I would think most people have tried that at some point in their lives. Maybe I'm wrong. But it's a challenge to put on, and it was freezing, like even though it was quite hot out. But I'm still really glad I did it. So anyway, I think that process might help me look a little cleaner, because if there is the ability to, like a lot of sources, don't worry guys, I'm not like jumping in and bathing in a super tiny water source of any sort. But if it's like big enough where it seems reasonable, I'm either jumping in or dunking my shirt, or like splashing water on myself.
I'll put my hat in the water, and that'll like cool down my head and neck and stuff, and that works pretty well. But
yeah. But anyway, maybe that adds to, because maybe I have slightly less like sweat stains, and then the water getting on my skin like washes me
Yeah.
off a little. I don't
feel
know.
like my legs get really dirty. Like,
yeah, mine do
every
too.
day, pretty
Mine
much.
do. Mine do too. Like
Yeah.
the shins and stuff.
Mhm.
Like
There's always like a little layer of dirt on there.
you know, I gotta be honest. For the most part in the desert, I've always bought into the if you look at people who live in desert countries, they cover themselves from head to toe with like loose fitting clothing. While that does work and it saves money on sunscreen, man, shorts are nice. Shorts are nice. You got that, they're fully breathable. You just gotta build up the tan/burn.
Yeah. You gotta like get past the first immediate like sun exposure.
Yeah.
To the winter skin, but
But I think I'm finally there. I don't know, I think people put sunscreen on every day, right? Because I feel like maybe that adds towards
yeah.
like a slightly cleaner face or something like that. But I don't
I feel
know.
like that would make it worse. Adding sunscreen on top of dirt on top of
Yeah,
sunscreen.
I don't know.
on
I
top
guess
of
I
dirt.
don't have that much dirt or something. I don't really know. So anyway, beautiful hike today though. We went around this beautiful lake that was like gorgeous. Like, oh man, it was so pretty. And then we got water at this like picnic area kind of, which was nice because they had picnic tables we could sit at, and there was
Yeah.
nice shade there, and there was water that was potable. Supposedly, I don't know if that's part of my stomach issue.
Hopefully it was potable because we didn't
And
filter it.
and then I mean, usually I don't know. Who knows? Hopefully my stomach will clear up. So then, man, it was absolutely beautiful. It was like really windy towards the end, but it was really cool. There were these big like cliffs kind
It
of.
was so pretty.
Yeah, like it's crazy too that it's like right next to the highway almost, but it's like really pretty.
Like very like sweeping views is how I would describe that. Like just like gorgeous like cliffs and rock faces. And have you ever seen The Princess Bride?
Yes.
It kind of reminded me of the scene where he's climbing up the side of the rocks.
Okay.
I don't know. That's what it reminded me of.
But you're like right on the top of these ridges a lot of times too as we're going down, and it was like these pretty, like the plants were just blowing. There was all this like blooming Mormon tea around us, which is like this green plant with no leaves with these little tiny yellow flowers.
Yeah.
More of the
So
yellow
many,
flower trees.
Are they prickly pears that have the
Yes, yes.
Yeah, or the pink flowers? Like a lot of those are blooming right now, and some of them are like all of them are like very pink. Like the bottoms are green, but then the tops are pink, and they have like florals blooming.
Yeah.
Those are so pretty.
Beautiful prickly pear. I was thinking today, like, maybe we notice all the color because it is, like, I don't know, the desert from afar can look kind of, like, sparse and,
Yeah.
like, a little, but when, man, walking through it, it has just been
You
wildflower
see, like,
wonderland.
every single color. Yeah.
And it's been so beautiful, too. Like, every day, and we kind of have different species. Like, today there were way more. I think it's Mormon tea that I just mentioned, but, like, that was, like, all over. Like, next to the trails, these, like, little tiny yellow flowers coming over that. There was one section where there was all those, like, red ones that kind of droop down.
Yeah.
What is that called? Artist paintbrush or something like
No,
that?
I think that's.
Yeah, that's a
I don't
different
know.
one.
There's like these really vibrant, like indigo blue colored ones. I don't know what those are, but those are kind of new too. I don't know. So many pretty flowers though. The desert is very colorful.
Yeah, very colorful. Also very sunny. Today was a very sun exposed day. But it was kind of like we just like got after it. We were just like going and going. Felt amazing, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, that's your leg. I was like, what's on the screen?
My leg.
It's your leg in the video.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
So then we came up. This is like a very famous, where we are right now is a very famous place on the PCT. Well, basically, actually, let me take a step back. So basically when we agreed to do this 24-mile day, we were like, yeah, there's no chance we're going to want to hike more after we do this, though, because it's going to be our longest day. We're not going to want to put on our backpacks, and we're right on like an interstate right here, like literally like we can hear it.
You can see it.
And see it like right from where we are, and we were like, we're gonna have to get a ways from the interstate. So I was like, if we do this, so it's like a plus in gaining miles, and to be honest, the overall experience was amazing. But we probably have to get a hotel because like what else? We're not gonna. And I think that was a right call.
Yeah.
But this place is pretty cheap, which is nice, and it's fine. It's fine. It's like not unsafe or
It
anything.
was funny because I called last night to try and make a reservation, and they were like, "No, you can just show up tomorrow. Like, have your card and email, and I was like, oh, well, can I make a reservation now? And they were like, no, just show up tomorrow. I was like, okay.
It is kind of funny though. This place is like a Greyhound bus station. If anybody knows much about Greyhound, not against it if you need. I mean, it's a cheap way to get around, but it's also terrifying and weird. But like, there was like a Greyhound bus. Like this, the parking lot here acts as like a stop for them, which I thought was funny. I also think like. You know how they say, have you ever heard people say, like, you should really always check the room before you pay for it? First of all, does anyone actually do
How
that?
do you do that? Do you just ask to see
Yeah,
the
they'll
room?
always show you.
Interesting. I didn't even know you could do that, and never have I thought that I would do that. Or
Well,
that would be an option.
Yeah, but absolutely. I mean, why wouldn't they show you a room? That'd be weird.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
I only regretted it once. There was like one place I stayed that was so, and it was weird too because they gave us a ride to the hotel, like the owners did, and then it was like terrible. Like,
Really?
like they had one sheet on the bed. I think there was like one towel that could have been dirty. There was like weird, like there wasn't even any soap or anything. There was like a big no refund sign. It was really bizarre because we got a ride from them, you know, and then we're paying them and it just says no refunds, and we're like, yeah, whatever. And then, anyway, I only regretted it that once. It was still funny though. It was fun. We were fine
Yeah.
hiking. It's still a shower. It's fine. And then, and this place is actually quite nice. We have
It
a
is, yeah.
I mean, it's really not bad. So, so that's exciting. Oh, okay. So anyway, we're at a very famous point on the PCT. That's because you come up to a sign when you get to the road here, and it says
What?
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
It did-
0.4. Sorry, I thought you were reading something on the screen. I'm sorry I ruined it.
No, you're good. I just don't feel that good.
It says McDonald's in 0.4.
So,
And that was really exciting for us.
so which is kind of a weird thing, right? Like, 'cause most people, I don't know. I actually, this is a funny thing I learned about McDonald's. They do most of their business like through the drive-through, because McDonald's is a thing that people like to hate on in public, but they kind of like it, and you go through like everyone kind of sneaks some McDonald's once in a while into their lives. Not everyone, but a lot of people do. I think most of their business, like 60% or something, is like through the drive-through, because you can kind of be incognito.
Interesting.
Like there used to be one in the town we live in Colorado, but they say that like they got rid of it because there was no drive-through. Because it's one of those things like, oh, I would never eat at McDonald's, but it's like if you're, you know what I mean? I don't know, if you're after a couple drinks or if you're really hungry and don't want to make food. To be honest,
That was
it's
like the one affordable restaurant in the entire town.
and it's kind of better. Not to be mean to like grocery stores, but most like chain grocery store like pick up food, like I would rate McDonald's better than it most of the time, honestly. There's a lot of exceptions to that too. Like there is some good food at some grocery stores, but still not really. Like the other day we bought chicken that was good, but it still required microwaving. I don't know. Do you agree with that or not really? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the
I'd
food
rather
ready
get-
to eat.
Yeah. I don't know.
You would rather get
It's
what?
like different types of food, so I'm having trouble comparing them. Because like I feel like from a grocery store you're getting like chicken, mashed potatoes, peas, whatever.
Yeah.
Like you're not getting.
But would
that
you
at McDonald's.
prefer that over
Yeah.
McDonald's though?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. See, I find sometimes it's like not that good. It really does vary.
My mom says, Elizabeth, do you remember eating at the McDonald's in Billmore and watching the train? Yes, I do. That is a very core formative memory for me. There's this McDonald's in my hometown that it was actually featured on, there used to be this show that would like go around the country and show the like fanciest McDonald's or like the most interesting McDonald's in the country, and it was featured on that show because
No big
it was
deal.
very like it was like upscale. It had a piano that like played itself, and it was like it's near the Biltmore Estate. I'm from Asheville, North Carolina, and the Biltmore Estate is this like big Victorian estate that is just for some reason in Asheville.
And then viewers out there,
Yes.
guess how much money it costs to go see a big
A big estate.
A big estate. I mean, I think a lot of people think it's more than that. It like means a lot to people.
Yeah.
But isn't it like I
It
don't
was-
know.
It was quite expensive. I don't remember how much, but anyway, I don't know. Do you remember?
I thought it was like $130
It was
for
like
the day,
over $100 for sure.
which is insane in my mind. Anyway, but maybe it's really cool. I kind of want to go check it out because if it's that much money, it must be amazing. To be honest,
It is really beautiful. Like the grounds, especially, are like we used to have like season passes because we lived there, so we could go and like walk and ride our bikes. And
Yeah, but season pass is probably like $150, right, or something.
I have no idea. My parents paid for it because I was a child. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, I was amazed that it was $130
the
for a day
house
ticket.
is-
That's insane.
The house is quite impressive as well, and there's like restaurants and like there's like a little tiny like village thing you can walk around. They have like a farm. You can go like pet the animals on the like little sheep and chicks and stuff. Anyway, this McDonald's is adjacent to where the Biltmore State entrance is, and it was really fancy. There's also a train track that goes through that area, so we would go to the fancy McDonald's, which R.I.P. it got destroyed in the hurricane. I don't know if they're gonna reopen it or not, but it was
that's too
like
bad.
it was like fully submerged underwater. Anyway, and then we would sit and we would watch the trains, and that is the story of that. And I really liked trains as a kid, so this was fun.
Nice.
And I would get chicken nuggets and honey mustard.
We will go when you come back to North Carolina. It is worth seeing the house in the ground. Okay.
Yeah, it is great. They
Okay.
have like a really like big greenhouse with all kinds of like really pretty plants, and they always have some sort of like art exhibition going on. So there's like
I mean,
that.
a lot of people talk about it.
Yeah, it
I-
is cool. I mean, I probably
It's.
wouldn't pay $130 to go for a day, if I hadn't already been. You know. But,
I guess I picture it as like the closest thing to like a royal palace, like that exists in America or something almost.
yeah, it's like it's like a chateau or like
Palatial, like
yeah. You like did you ever watch Downton Abbey?
no.
Okay, well it's.
I watched like one episode. I couldn't handle it. I found it so boring.
I love Downton
I feel like all girls do.
But it's like very much like Downton Abbey vibes. I think they actually had all of the costumes from Downton Abbey on like exhibit there for a while or something. But
Okay.
anyway,
Um,
that is that very off topic tangent.
So anyway, it's a very famous sign because really on a trail you don't normally see a .4 to McDonald's, right?
No.
And normally I feel like most hikers and stuff like they wouldn't be that excited, but because you can like literally walk to it from the trail, like literally everyone goes. Now I will say, fast food places in general tend to be the thru hiker's friend because they tend to be tolerant of you being disgusting. They don't really care. You can hang out for a long time. If they look at you weird, you like
Yeah.
literally can just go up and buy one more
Oh.
like $2 item.
They're
like
not getting paid enough to care that we're sitting there, and generally they're like really nice and helpful.
but sometimes at like nicer places they'll like not kick you, but you know, like they want to flip their tables and make
Yeah.
money, or like they maybe don't appreciate you like someone on their date is sitting on the table right next to you and you smell terrible, and hikers sometimes talk a little bit too much about like pooping and stuff like that, you know, like really loudly,
There's
or
a guy
like
in McDonald's fully took his shoes off. He wasn't even wearing pants. He just had like underwear and a shirt on, and then like taking his shoes off at the table and was like being really loud. And I was like, even I'm kind of grossed out by you right now. Are you okay?
yeah.
Okay. Anyway, but we had like a game plan going into McDonald's. Blake was like, you have to download the app because the app has all the deals. Are you gonna make it?
Go on.
Okay, so the app has all the deals. So you have to like get the app and make an account, and then you can like get all of the like discounts and such. Which I did not end up doing because I didn't want anything on the deals. I was like, I'd rather just pay an extra $2 or whatever for something I actually want. And that's what happened.
I use the deals and I'm happy about it.
Yeah.
But it took. You gotta tell them more about McDonald's. Tell them what it was like when we got
Okay.
there. Even the parking lot, what was it like?
It was every single spot was full.
And it was a pretty big parking lot for
Yeah.
McDonald's too.
You okay?
Dude, I'm okay. Imagine if I was like this to you when you felt bad.
I'm sorry. Okay, I just want to make sure you're okay.
I feel terrible. If I'm honest, my stomach just like is crushing me. I don't know, dude. I hope I'm gonna be okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I feel like that came across as mean. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Sorry you don't
Um,
feel good. Anyway,
I just have like stabbing pains in my stomach.
that's not good.
It's fine.
Okay. Anyway, we showed up to the McDonald's. Every spot was full. There was like multiple lines because it was like one of those double drive-throughs. So there's like 2 lines backed up, and and we walk in, and it's like, there's like a hiker section on the right. Like we walked into the hiker section where everyone who's hiking.
It's not designated.
No, but it was like clearly that's where it was supposed to be. Maybe this should be an abbreviated show. Blake, take meds.
I know. I just feel like, I don't know, my stomach just feels terrible. I'm trying. You can keep going. McDonald's, we're almost done.
Yeah, we're almost done. Okay, so there was like, do you feel nauseous?
Yeah, it's fine.
Alright. Should I just keep yapping?
Yeah. Well, basically, the part of this is to show the good and the bad. Yeah, I know. You can tell I'm not feeling well because I'm definitely not feeling well. It's okay, though. We got this. So McDonald's, like,
Yes.
So we go in there. There's like 30 hikers in there. It's kind of funny. Like they're all in this one like corner. You can tell a lot of them have been there like 5 hours or more. But basically, like a lot of people go. A lot of people hype up like if you arrive at like 10:15, then you can order breakfast and then you keep hanging out and then you order lunch.
Mm-hmm.
The reality is for most people, once they get like $20 of McDonald's in them, it shuts them down. Like almost ever, no matter how healthy, how anything you are. Like I feel like
you just sit down for a long time.
the quantity of food you're getting and like is just not like what any like I think it would happen at any restaurant really, but
Yeah.
like most would kick you out or not. It wouldn't let you stay for like 4 hours.
Right. Anyway, so we walk in and there's like 30 hikers and then there's like 30 people that aren't hikers on the other side, and it was just like really chaotic, very loud. Like that's the busiest McDonald's I've ever been in my life.
Yeah, it was so busy. Like the parking lot too isn't like I feel like most McDonald's has space for like 20 cars. This one had space for like 100, and almost all of them were full.
Yeah.
Like literally, it was insane.
Yeah.
The highway is also extremely busy here. I mean, we're pretty close to LA and stuff, and it's Friday of Memorial Day weekend, so like all of the all of those things combine to create like an insanely busy McDonald's with
Yeah.
all the hikers.
And so then we ordered on the app like we had planned. I got a burger with fries and an iced coffee, and then I got like a side of nuggets, and that was quite good. Blake basically got the same thing, but he got 2 sodas, I think, like one large, one
It was
small.
just cheaper to get the
Yeah.
meals than it was to take things individually.
And then we got a McFlurry, and it was really good. It did take a long time to get to the table, but
Yeah, like longer than I've ever
it
experienced
took
at McDonald's.
over half an hour. for
Yeah,
me
which
to
is
get
kind of crazy. Like but I kind of understood it too. Like, cause it was just
There's a
so
lot of
insanely
people.
busy in there.
Mhm.
I feel bad for those workers,
They
even
were
if it's
really,
like
really
that.
nice too, because
Yeah.
you can do table service on the app, so we ordered it to the table, and they were so nice both times they dropped stuff off. They were like really kind and like.
Pro tip: if you have a car, you can go and there's numbered spots outside, and you can order in the app. You don't even have to talk to anybody; they'll come bring it to your car.
I think we should end the live stream.
Why?
Because you clearly don't feel well.
We got this 6 more minutes.
Oh my gosh, we don't have to go 6
All right, bye, you guys. Have a good night. I'm gonna try to feel better. Oh my god.
Bye. See you tomorrow.